Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about view modifiers. You have seen them in the previous videos, but I wanted to talk exclusively about the view modifiers and how they behave and how the order of your view modifiers can impact your view output, and also how you can manage your view modifiers easily. So let's get started. So for example, you have a text, hello SwiftUI, and then you want to add some border around it. So we added a border, and then we want to say color red. So your border is now color red, and then you want to make it a little bigger. And then what we want to do is you add a frame with the width of 100. But if you look at your view on the right side on the simulator, it hasn't actually changed. So why? Because your view modifier frame is actually applied after you have applied the border. So make it work. So you have to first apply the frame, and then let's say make it 200 so that it's more visual to you that it's making a difference. Your view modifiers in this case are dot frame and dot border. Your view is just a protocol. Let's go to the definition of view. So it's a protocol which needs a body, which is a view, and then there is something interesting here. It's a view builder, your body, and it returns a self dot body, another view. I'm not going to go into detail how what view builder means and what main actor means, but just want you guys to have a look and feel comfortable about jumping into the SwiftUI documentation and read about what it is mentioned in the documentation and get yourself familiarized with all these property wrappers here. We will go into property wrappers in the later video, but I just wanted to show you a definition of a view. And the view modifier in this case will modify your view, and it's gonna return a new view, and then you can apply another modifier on that, and then it will return another view. It is the usually how you wanna expect your views behavior, but sometimes, let's say for example, in case of text, if you apply a different text modifier, SwiftUI is smart enough to apply them together rather than applying one by one. Next thing I want to talk about is how you can manage your view modifiers in the app. Let's say you have a text which is a caption, and you want to make the foreground color secondary. And this is the design of your app where all the captions needs to be in the secondary color. One way is wherever you add your text view in the app for captions, you can apply these two modifiers together and then it will work. There's nothing wrong with it. There's going to be a time when the designer is going to say, for some reason, we are making all our captions red. If you're using this approach where you are applying your view modifiers to the each text view in your app, that time you will have to go and modify all those modifiers. There is a better way to do is, which is you can create a custom view modifier. As the name says, there is a protocol called view modifier. So we're going to create caption text view modifier, and it will be view modifier. So let's have a look at view modifier protocol and what it needs. View modifier protocol, there's a associated type body which is of type view, and it needs a function body which will give us the content, and we need to return another view because self.body is of type view. Let's go back and write that function body. The reason I'm keep going back into the SwiftUI code documentation is because I want you guys to feel comfortable looking at this code and don't be scared about going through this file. If you are doing something new, read the documentation. If something doesn't make sense, it's okay. Just still go and make yourself comfortable, because it's much easier if you are trying to see all these things by yourself and making yourself familiar with all these components. So now we know that we need to return a view, and we have a content, which is our content that's returned from the view modifier. So we have a content. We are going to make the foreground color secondary, and let's apply the font to be caption. If I have the view modifier, I can use modifier. As the description says, applies a modifier to a view and returns a new view. So I'll say modifier and caption text. Yeah, our output is still the same. We have a caption text. Let me comment this out and add it again. There is a better way of doing it more swiftly. So what we can do is add an extension to view, and we're going to add a function which will say caption format, and it is going to return some view, and we will say modifier caption text, not caption format, caption text. Because it's an extension on the view, we know that our text is of type view. We can call that function here. Okay, we don't need the dot here. We're just calling another function on the view, which is modifier, and passing the view modifier to that function. That's how you can manage your view modifiers in the app. Group the view modifiers which are common, and you're going to apply them together on the views. And this way it will be much easier in the later stage if you have to change something for all those views. For example, in this case, if we have to change the color, I will just come here and say red, and all the text in my app which is using that modifier will be red, and I don't have to go and change each and every one of it. That's all I wanted to cover for view modifiers and how to manage your views in this video. Keep coding, and I will see you next time. Thank you.